to life of a financial analyst, solo financial analyst with personal interest. Since I'm not working for any business, I'm just doing my solo financial interest. So I'm speaking mainly on the side of investments and stocks mainly. For other instruments, I usually do in my brokerage app and just leave that. So on stocks, I just usually open my day starts. I just open this Finviz. It's a stock screener, many stock screeners out there, but this is the one I use. So I just open this and then come just look at the markets, the S&P 500, Nasdaq, and the Dow Jones average, and then I usually don't spend time here or even check on the gainers or the losers of the day. I just usually just come to the stock screener. So from the stock screener, there are very many limitations. I won't touch on market cap. Sometimes I could, but according to how I put even dividend yield, the price. So I usually I don't touch on any of this on the descriptive side, on the descriptive tab, apart from USA. It's come here, set the country to USA, let it load. But there's only the only problem that there's only one African country. So any other thing that's South Africa, here. So it's only one African country. So let's leave it like that. Fundamentals, there's a limitation here, but work with what is there. But on fundamentals, I just come to low PE ratio. That means it could put in negative PE ratios at some times, but usually I just put the PE ratio to be low. Current ratio just for over 1.5. And then return on assets, I usually leave that. Return on the debt to long-term debt to equity ratio, I usually put under 0.1. Okay, just to get those with very low debt. Price to book value still subjective. At times I put higher, at times I just leave it. But this is the return on equity. Sorry, I do not forget that. The return on equity over 15. And then from the initial 65 we have, from the initial 10,304 companies, we just, you see, we are on 4. So from 4, let me explain this down. From 4, you can see 2 tabs now, 2020, and 4. I usually just choose with avatars. They do change every day. That's one thing to note. But I just come here, look for a company maybe that interests me. Let's say Abbas. Let me see the price earnings. Okay, the price is not, it's too high already. This is a good consideration. American Superconduct Corporation, because it's going down. So I assume if the financials are straight, okay, we could still benefit from this. At 30, you can see the financials are going, the chart price is going down. Then just look at the dividend, estimated data and what. But usually, sometimes I might just sort on industry, because right now I'm not seeing the real estate investment trust that I'm interested in. But usually I sort on industry and I get a rate site. This is the only rate I'm seeing here today. These do change with time. That site is Site Centers Corporation is one. As you know, for rates, they pay monthly dividends. So if this is not paying monthly dividends, then something to question about. But that's an example. So you can see with very little companies, sometimes there's a limitation. I could leave the debt on. I could leave the return on equity on. If there's anything else, maybe I turn off maybe long-term debt. I put it as any. Check it back to any so that I get high larger number, then get a price to verify. I could start using volume, so to price to equity. But you can see this is background incorporation that I can't currently hold. It's also here. That means the debt is high, but the earnings are okay. So you can see just tweaking these filters and come up to your desire, like your desired pricing, and then on from there. Also, you can see the industries. I try to descriptive, try to remove the sector. Yeah. So, consumer, real estate, technology. So you can come and pick whatever you want. If you want financials, touch on financials. We show you 19 financials, insurance companies, Tiro. Tiro is a good option here. 11 times earnings, American, Postal Insurance. It's also a good option. It's okay, but the price is funny for me. Though the earnings and it. So after, let's say I've gotten a company I'm interested in, let's say I put back on the preparation, I'll immediately come to dividend.com. Sorry, I already had this organized before. Go to dividend.com. Let's say I want to check back home. KE brings back home, shows me that it has a quarterly dividend frequency, all that to know about, and the dividend dates. So can see this gives you all that information in a nutshell, and you pick it up yourself. As of dividend increase, zero dividend frequency quarterly, and then you go. There are also daily considerations, and such as volume, price movements, and market capitalization. And then the monthly ones are revenue to capitalize the market capitalization itself, like the bond and I'm meaning the stock, the preferred shares capitalization, and then there are also return ratios, the return on assets, return on equity. So it's a little bit subjective and it's according to one's mood or attention. But you could imagine making them stricter, you would have let's say you come also and increase return on assets here. This is what you currently have, and just have it like that. Though the limitation is for local companies now, unfortunately, I have to, and I'm not endorsing them. It's just what I use. The same as dividend.com is just what I use. There's Yahoo Finance, but still I'm subscribed to Yahoo Finance. I could check it out at times, and it could also work as a screener. It could give all this information, but I just prefer this way. I just come to, I don't, people have their own things. Okay, that now for local companies, the tabs are already open, unfortunately, because I've tried to have them ready so that we work on it quick. But I come to African financials and then search, for example, search for Stanbic. And to bring for me Stanbic Holdings PLC Kenya, Nigeria, and Ghana. So from Uganda, and then check the pricing. Nothing changes much over the time, but you can check the prices. This will be needed later in the variance for the beta calculations. And then if you want to read about the company profile, this pass through it, shown everyone really knows Stanbic, then come to documents and reports. So documents and reports, this is where now I'll get that. So if the latest document, let's say for example, is for 2025. So if I get the one for 2025, that means I'm getting the one for 2023, since the one for 2025 has all 2025 and 2024 ones. 2023 has 2023 and 2022, the current year and the previous year. So this is the tab it will open, the 2023 financial statement. Then I'll still go to the financial statements, open it up. I don't usually need to download this. Let me first say that. I don't usually need to download this. I just screenshot what I want. Since I'm screen recording, the screenshot won't allow me to come off to screenshot. So I already screenshotted them. I've already even worked on the income statement. And then we now check. So today I'm going to work on Stanbic Bank, not necessarily I'm investing, but just shows you how the time goes, how my time is divided and devoted into what I'll do. So you can imagine performing all I'm going to perform right now. I've already done the income statement. The income statement I'll reverse to show how I did everything, but you can imagine I'm realizing later that you're not interested after all that you've done and checked out moments before. So use Mansa Markets. So use them. I come and I check the Uganda Securities Exchange website, but for a very short time, because I just get the market performance data. This would be relevant in the calculation of the market return variance when calculating better. So when I'm done with that, okay, let me just open the screenshot. Let me Control Z until let me walk through every process. So that's all I did. So this way I stop, but you can see I just took a screenshot of the financial statements that I already had. Select that. Then I just kept on. Then from you have to I lost the account. Yeah, there's a mistake I've made here, but you can see. So I carry the financial statements, carry this data all the way from here, carry to the income statement, and imagine how long that will take. And then just update this. Might stop in 2022, so I'll not necessarily have to work on the 2021 data. Or let me just leave it there. I'll have to edit this still. Um, that's the issue with the Power Query. You work on it and then it does perform. It does uh, it does misread some commas and makes them into full stops, so the numbers cannot be seen. So this is what I'm doing since the digits have been carried as Control D, Control R. Since the digits have been carried as as in thousands, so I'll have to convert them back into thousands by the thousand denominator, and then just simply carry. Okay, Control C, Control Alt V, and then paste those values so that I don't lose nothing. Repeat all this and one item. So just Control Alt V, page. I column it, then just simply, I don't carry the bold, so just simply carry this, Control Alt V, it's the formats. So, okay, these remain empty, but I think they're all good. So let me just restart it for the balance sheet so that you can see. Let me restart it for the balance sheet so that you can see. So that you can see how it starts. Restart. Your balance sheet just about here. You need this data. So Alt A. Yeah, one from picture. Come down at the bottom here. This is the balance sheet. Okay. This is the this is the income statement. This is the balance sheet. This is the cash flow statement. So I'll just insert the balance sheet here. Let it prepare. It's on because the picture size, but you can imagine. Let me review step by step. Accept. Okay, I don't accept this. Sorry, I have to at some point use the mouse here. Again, this you can see. So let's just go quickly here. Accept. It looks. We don't have a store for this work, trust me. It's going to be a total waste of your time because you can see try to automate the process as much as you want, but there's some things where you still have to. Not like there's no better way, but with time, you choose what you want. Literally, before I used to put it in the Power Query, like load the whole document, and then now struggle. This is okay apart from here, and then struggle to update the whole document. Look for the tables, all that, or even connect it to the web. At times I could try to connect it to the website because that PDF is actually a Google Drive link. So you can see out of 53. And there you have no choice here. Either do it here or do it in for tab. No, or do it cell by cell. There's no limit here. Anyways, because I had to copy the whole financials, screenshot the whole thing before, because I'm screen recording here. The screen record won't allow. Okay, this one is perfect. This isn't. The screen record won't allow me to screenshot again and come and paste the screenshot here. So I had to just place them in before 30, almost there. So anyway, choice. Now it's anyway, you look for the best thing. But when you see guys saying that 9 p.m. and you're still, this is the kind of work that makes people stay there. Because you don't wish to make any mistakes. And I haven't yet even gone to valuation. This is just on working on data. This is the basics. So you don't wish to make any mistakes here. Just to seem professional. So you can spend your whole night just. Now imagine this. To be on the safer side, I had to do this. It's 10 a.m. right now, 11:05. I had to do this very early in the morning, but kept on canceling. So imagine, I'll be done here by 12. So if someone asks me, what have you been doing the whole day? My submission is I was working. Okay, okay, yeah. Even if it's okay, let's say someone tells you, "What were you doing today?" I was working on the Stanbic Bank documents, so it's okay. But imagine your boss just tells you, "I told you let's not touch on banking." Yet you clearly saw something in the morning when you are screening for that stuff. So you can imagine your supervisor. Let me say, but since I'm solo, I can spend all this time just working on one by one. Okay, we're almost there. Accept. Okay, accept and then insert the data. Let's just insert it. It's responsible for what? I'm not responsible for nothing. So cash and cash equivalents. Sorry, how didn't I see this? Okay, see, this is what I'm saying now. To physically come here, F2, and update this commerce. It's worth it. Okay, imagine I was doing it for the whole. Let me just copy this. I could be copying some wrong. Copying some wrong things, but at the moment, let me just paste them like that. So loans and equivalence to the bank. Sorry. Trading assets, financial assets. So there is this foreign tax recoverable. Let's see how is them. Can shift plus shift cells down. So again, loans and can shift plus. Sorry, draw shift plus. What's wrong with me? See, shift plus shift cells down. Let me pick this. This whole table down and control. I'm spoiling for the other side, but anyway, regardless, control shift plus shift cells down. Cut this here. And now shift these values a little bit higher. Still edit this. So you can imagine this is the balance sheet. The income statement I had a whole lot to do. Some to change, some Power Query finds them itself. Others you have to come and manually struggle like this. Anyway, this why I thought of automating this process. Amounts due from companies. We have a header here, do everything manually. So in this copy cash and cash equivalents, derivative assets, employed assets, and financial investments. So this was okay. Then edit this line by line. investments. How did I carry that? That's sorry. Um, passing. Instead of struggling with that, we just literally carry this on. Sorry. Lines for those on advances customers amounts due. Let's get this banks customers owns investment in other subsidiaries and then other assets. The assets one are allowed to be unlocked and what. Just give me a moment here. Just do control steps. Space this here. This is this virtual I thought I bought. But it won't shareholders equity. Pardon me, I'll go back and read the financial statements in a few. Liabilities and derivative current tax deposit from customers, derivative liabilities, current tax liability, okay, deposits from banks, how much due to groups, borrow funds, supporting debt, and provisions. So when we carry all of this, I think will fit in here. What am I getting wrong? So, and I still have to verify these numbers. Let me just go quickly here. Anyway, it's going to be a large recording, but let's go and finish this. Okay, let me pause and finish it. Okay, I've put you out of your misery there. Let me just bring us back here and calculate very fast. So, let me see. Equals to minus sum. Let me just run this quickly here. 1,000. So this So I'm gonna be missing somewhere here. Change this also. So 76 I'm missing here. Let's see what I can take pops. So you can see anyway, it's still all it is a segment uh statement modeling. Let me just copy this. My reference will get me wrong, but minus that. So, so liabilities you are correct. Let me check. Minus, so liabilities you are correct. So probabilities you are correct. Same as, let me just open them up for you since they're on zero. So liabilities were correct. And then there's a discrepancy here. Ordinary share account. Let me just delete that. I'm sorry. We need those placeholders there at the moment. Let me just copy this figure. Wow, have we gotten wrong? So we actually need to go to the financial statements for this case. But as you can see, just in the financial statements, no, work in the balance sheet. The balance sheet does have to balance. So let me connect it here again. As you can see, so let me connect then total assets, shareholders, liability. So we can see that it does control C, control Alt V. Sorry. So what did I do here? Sorry. Let me see. What happened? Yeah, that's not what I'm going to spend my time on, but they do need to be the same because it is corrected. I also get my figures corrected because that's, I think, more important than fighting with that at the moment. So see the field. It's one for the sake of disgrace. So It's not an ideal position to find yourself in, but I could simply just have all the colors uniform, control one values represent the mouse, everything. Sorry, what did I do here? I don't even remember. Why I set it to green? Custom in, what did I set it to green? Okay, let me just leave that for a moment, as long as I do balance. But I need to sort out the missing components here, and unfortunately, we'll add 4. I have to get back to the financial statements and check out financial position. I need to look for any ticket that has income tax, current income tax, any ticket that has how much in it. That has 1,128 in it. 1,128. So all these are there. What you may be looking for 1,028 other assets. 700. Is this in the calculation? Yes, it is. It is in the calculation. So what is missing in the calculation? Goodwill. 0, 512, 59, 17, 28, 128. So this is where I think there's something wrong from. Yes. Yes. This is so you can see. So 20K, where is that 20K? Should come see 128 250 33 033 95 542 839 489 250 033 138 138. So this that's what also actually. So let's alternate 992009 is so I don't know what could I be getting here. There's something I might say. It's just like 20,000. What else could I be getting in here? This is 1, 2, 3. So, so I think I need to see what ends in 0 here. Yeah, only 1. So this 6. The 9 is still 50 non-current assets. 0, 0, 0. Saturate. I wait for 85. I be having electronic here. So you can see the whole day is just being spent on chasing out the figures, chasing down the figures. Okay, there's something wrong here. Just can't find it right now. So so Power Query is not doing me good. There are figures I'm not finding right here. Let me just copy this. So copy and pasting again. So 19. So this all displaying one minus shift cells left. So then we have this all displaying one 99208 1116 saturate 74 7421 the saturate 38 the saturate 97 one yeah the saturate that's accurate. It's not ideal. It's not ideal, but what can I do? And then first call ready to go. I don't think I'm going to spend my time fighting with the with the cash flow statement. These are placeholders for 2025, yes. So I'm not going to spend my time fighting with the cash flow statement for 2023. But here are some other things I'll pull out. Depreciation. In case some companies list them like here. So, yeah, the depreciation and amortization is listed out here. So it's clean. I can just pick it from there. So for that. So I can just pick them from there and move on. Current ratio line, but well indented, I mean. But you can see these are some other aspects I'll just pick from here and perform. These are price movements for June 2025. Let me push them down 9 pops. I'm not going to waste my time doing that. But since I'm solo, okay, you cannot say that that's not professional. But since solo, I'll just do like that. So let's start on, just for the sake of time and all that, let's start on, sorry, to actually start on the income statements, the financial stub here. So this will be simple. Price to average earnings, what's the price